Hi guys, this is Mike here, and with another video about you know it's making a recap about the Whoopi Goldberg situation, and there's some things I want to talk about because uh, it shows me the situation that first of all the lack of education of the celebrities. Okay, uh, they don't know at all or anything about history, okay, because they try to put up a narrative that also trying to diminish situations. I said it before, but the thing I want to talked about really, it's there are a bunch of episodes of racism, and I want to give you an example what happened in my life. I was in a Latin American country, and I was in Latin American country, and I was taking the train, the subway, and the doors open. I was inside the train, and I, make some space to let a lady go out first. I was first, but there was a lady. I, moved to the side and let her pass. The people who was waiting to enter, there were two guys. Okay, they were color guys, black guys, and the only thing they imagined to say was this whitey guy, this gringo, in a very disrespectful way. And I didn't care. I passed right. I said, poor guys. I feel sorry for them. But the thing is that it happened. And when people say that that is not racism because of white supremacy and on systematic racism. I was in North Carolina. I was speaking to a friend in Spanish because I can speak. I was speaking to a friend in Spanish because I can speak Spanish, and a car passed by with a guy, you know, uh, a black guy, and he yelled at us, "Get out of my country!" See, man, United States is made of people from different parts of the world. So, uh, what are you saying? I didn't care. I look to the other side. I feel sorry for those people because they are they have a problem with themselves. They have a complex. I think they have a complex. Something else happened to me. I was in a Latin American country, and I was going out with some friends to have breakfast. And was we were in a pickup, and in a pickup truck, and I was in the back seat, and they were one of them driving, and the other was in the co-pilot, and both were black, well, brownish, but they were colored people, and I was in the back. We arrived to a checkpoint, and the guy, the policeman, was black too, and we, you know, pulled down the windows. We opened the windows of the car, and they looked inside the car, and the policeman said, "Is everything all right?" And my friends told the policeman, "Yes, everything is fine." And he told the guys, "I wasn't talking to you. I'm I'm talking to the guy in the back." Was to me. And I said, "Yes, everything is fine." "Ah, okay, go on." They let us go. So they were mad at me, and I told him that they were joking about it, like they were mad at me. They weren't mad at me. They were laughing about the situation because he said, "This guy is even it's the blackest guy I ever seen," and he thought we were the bandits, the people who were stealing a car or something, and you couldn't be the guy who was abducting us, or And I was laughing at it because I say, man, it's really funny. Who is, how is that systematic? Because of the system? No, I guess it's not. And you know what the problem is? We, as people, see the good and the bad in a race. And you know what? There are white people who's bad people. There are white people who's good people. Same with Asians, same with black people, same with Christians, same with Jewish people, same with uh, the Muslim people. They're bad and good. That's it. I don't care about anything else. The rich people who's good, and rich people who's bad. There's educated people who's good, and there's educated people who's bad. That's it. There's no oppression. There's nothing. Look at Morgan Freeman. He said that himself. How you're gonna say no? You're oppressed. Is he oppressed? Will Smith oppressed? Somebody else oppressed? No, nobody is oppressed. The problem is when I base my life on hate. On I have to move on. I have to do what I gotta do, what I wanna do, what makes me happy. But no, some people, stay there, getting angry about something happened in the past, and you can watch, you can see the glass half empty, half full, depending on what you see. But a lot of people lose their lives fighting for what we have now, rights, and seeing everybody as equal to justice. And if you look back, they were slaves. Black people selling black people as slaves to the Asians. Uh, Romans having white servants, white slavery, because of they were taking places, and they were grabbing people, and they didn't care about the race. The Native Americans from Canada till Argentina, all the native that were here, they were fighting each other. Why do you think the Aztecs of the Mayans, they were the only ones? Or the Incas? No, there were a lot of them. And they were fighting for territory. And they will sell. And they had a slavery too. But the thing is that we don't care. Most of the people, we don't care what's happening in China, on some other countries, or Bangladesh, or I don't know where slavery, people making things for pennies. Okay, we don't care about that because it's too far. It's not around. It's not about me. Are we selfish? Really? Are we gonna fight with the truth? Because if we're fighting for us only, it's not gonna change the world. We have to care. We have to care about what's happening in China and the slavery in China. Those are Chinese, and they have to solve their problems. I don't care. You don't care. So you really care about racism? You really care about slavery? But I think you're not. See? You will be believed if you fight for everything that is wrong right now with the world. If you're not, move aside. And for the end, there's another example. I went to Syria, I don't know, a few years ago, and it was the problem of the war after that, and I went there in no, because my wife is from from Syria and Lebanon, and we went to visit her family. And it was funny because the aunts of my wife were grabbing me by the hand. They didn't want to let me walk out by myself alone. They were scared, because of the violence, and they don't know you speak English. I was speaking with them English. I don't speak Arab, so I was communicating. The only way I can communicate with them was in English, and they were really scared because people were looking at me kind of weird, even though they're used to see. They used to see a lot of tourists there in Damascus, as Norwegian, Sweden people, but I guess they were because of the war like that. It was funny because we were entering into a market, those carpet markets. In the entrance, there were two military, a girl and a man, and a dude, and the girl was searching, the girls, and the guy was searching the man, and the women and the man, and when I entered, I had nothing. I just had a fanny bag, and I tried to open, and the guy looked at me like weird, like, what you doing, man? Come on, get in. And as my wife and the aunts of my wife enter inside the market, I was telling you, this guy even didn't even search me for something, nothing. He didn't care. And I was laughing, and they were laughing too, and I said, of course, in this situation, I'm not the one who puts a bomb, and I try to be funny because of the situation, but in reality, I I also can be dangerous. You have to search everybody. And he did it because of my skin color, and I don't agree with that. You know, uh, we cannot make uh, assumptions about anyone because, as I said, good or evil is not about race, money, education, social status, color skin, or religious or political thinking. Okay, something to think about. For me, it was really weird. I was in a new country, and I wanted to know a lot, and I learned a lot about Muslim culture and about the Arabian countries. Some things most of the people doesn't know about. Especially, I have people who can explain to me history and what's happening around the country before the war, before everything, and I listen to different perspectives because that's what I like. That's why I try to read. I guess the final problem here is education. It's education. People need to be more educated. People need to learn about history. We are, constantly repeating the same mistakes because we don't care about history. We see that as a boring stuff nobody cares about. And the thing is, we need to care because we're repeating the same things with different people. Of course, not the same. There are other people representing the same thing that happened before. So, please, if you are listening to this, try to read a little bit more. Try to understand history, especially history. There's a lot, plenty of information, plenty information about that. So you can think and make your own conclusions about anything. And you see, when you are less angry at everybody, you will be better. because we're getting angry to the same people we are, and we are not making the changes to the people who are making us fight between us. Think of that. Well, guys, that's it. See ya. Bye.